Welcome to the Mario era, chapter 96.
Over this Mario. It's a Mario. It's a super Japanese.
It's me.
It's me.
Super.
Yeah, Simon, by the way, in our Discord chat, come join us if you haven't. He first of all, when I put Kiki, and I will literally randomly, Paso, exactly. I put Kiki at random times on purpose. It might be 5 a.m. It might be 3 a.m. It might be 2 p.m. Simon is the first guy always to say Paso. It is amazing. It is amazing. But he comes to me in the Discord chat. He goes, Ro, I'm going to blow your mind. I'm like, okay, talk to me, Goose. That's literally what I told him. Talk to me, Goose. He goes, Ro. He goes, do you know Itsumi means super and it's not it's? I'm like, yes, I did. I was like, Scoop said it 2 episodes ago. I was like, yeah, I was today days old when I realized he's not saying Itsumi. Itsumi.
Itsumi.
Itsumi.
I mean, that's pretty awesome.
It is pretty cool.
That it was completely misjudged and misinterpreted for how many years has that been out, Ro?
I don't. Once the Mario era came, I started
30?
doing Itsumi. It's a Mario. Well, yeah, I mean, 1985.
I mean,
I believe it came out.
So 40 years?
85.
It's like around that time.
Okay. All right.
Well, when the
So
NES came out,
Yeah.
it's like Back to the Future time.
bro,
Yes.
I remember. Do you want to go back in time? I remember playing that in the arcade before it made the NES, right? At McSugar's on 84 and like Davie, right there in the Pine Island Plaza. That was my jam. And that was the first time I ever played Super Mario Brothers. It was actually in an arcade box.
Mm-hmm.
And even back then, I was like, I was a little kid. I'm like, this shit's hard.
Let me ask you a question, Ro. I doubt Scoop spent a lot of time, but as a, so gonna age myself badly here, but back in the day, we'd play arcade games at an arcade, like a store that had like 40, 30 games, some pinball machines, track and field, Donkey Kong, Pac-Man, fucking
Grand
Tempest,
Prix
friggin'
Racerama.
Battlezone, fucking all that shit, right?
Lived a Grand Prix Racerama.
All right. So, like, how often did you guys go to the arcade back in the day?
Once a week. Once a week.
Yeah.
Once a week. My grandmother, she was a saint. She would pick me up as a kid on Saturdays and she would take me to McSugar's. She would drive. She lived in Fort Lauderdale by the beach. She would drive on Tuesdays because it was like 2 token Tuesdays and like load up and then like just give me like this. I still remember the coin purse she used to give me. And she said, here you go. And I was just play. And for all those rookies out there, Street Fighter. I remember when Street Fighter came out and first like in the arcade, it didn't have 2 buttons, bro. It had like 2 punchers. Like you had to literally punch that shit. And I will tell you, the first time I saw somebody do, are you okay? I was like, he's a god. He's a god. Put him in the Avengers. Look at oh my god, he did a spin kick. Holy shit. It was revolutionary.
So that was your favorite?
Yes.
That was your favorite. I have a favorite too. Go ahead, Toast.
What was the 3 letters you would use for your high score? Did you actually use your initials? Or did you use something else? You did?
I did.
I always use God.
Of course you did, Catholic school boy. Oh my goodness. That's fantastic.
So what was your game, Scoop? What was your game?
NBA Jam.
Okay.
He's on fire. Bro, that shit was so rigged, though. That was so rigged. It always came down to like the last shot.
There was a spot in the court, bro. You couldn't stop it.
I got you.
And so, yeah, it was, and that was in high school for me.
Mm-hmm.
He's on fire.
At the Fashion Mall. They had the arcade in the back entrance at the Fashion Mall. And it was right there. Dude, we were there all the time.
It was that Fashion Mall. It was that Fashion Mall, Scoop, where I had one of the most embarrassing moments in my life where I looked at Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and asked him point blank, "Are you Italian?"
Oh my God.
Maya Via. I thought that was Italian.
Apparently not, because he was just inducted into the Polynesian Sports Hall of Fame, I think I saw.
Yeah.
Mine was so we had a duck pin bowling lane in the center of town, and that's where the arcade was inside that. And dude, I was all about track and field, man.
Oh,
so right here,
old
that
school.
that part, man. I was able to just friggin'
you weren't getting by
fast, bro. I was running fast, and then you'd do that whole
dude. I will tell you, the bowling alley that was
hurdles. Oof.
right there in University, there was the bowling alley right there, and that's when they had Street Fighter. When you didn't have to punch it, you had the 2 buttons.
Yeah,
bro, I was that little nasty kid with the quarters, and I just sat there and be like, "Take all challengers." You weren't messing with me with M. Bison, bro. Just hold back and just, bro. You were getting kicked to the face, and I would just run people out of the arcade. I was that
now,
kid.
dude. Did you? I know because I know you're a huge Zelda. Did you ever play the Zelda arcade game? The one that was in the arcades with the 4 different people you could play at the same time?
No, I did not.
Oh,
no.
Okay.
I'm not going to lie and tell you that I did.
All right.
Those were some badass games. Paperboy, do you remember when you actually had the bike thing?
Yep.
Paperboy was the bomb.
That was great.
that was.
Can we just
Spy Hunter?
Can we talk about
Spy
this stuff
Hunter?
instead of the Louisville game?
Yeah, Spy Hunter.
Episode.
Oh, that was great. They actually had the Star Wars where you actually did the Death Star run, the actual Star Wars like big box. That was amazing.
Centipede
was good.
Frogger.
Dig Dug was good.
Dude, I love
Frogger. Was so hard.
It was
Yes,
hard,
it was.
man. Those things kept coming.
I love Dig Dug.
I still think
Hubert,
yeah. Boink boink. I sucked
Boink,
at that
boink,
game. I'll tell you what though. I still think to this day the best one was Galaga.
Galaga was the shit, dude.
Galaga if you played it at Pizza Hut.
Do you remember
What
how
about
good
like the
Pizza Hut used
short
to be?
Pac-Man on the Pac-Man, the one you sat down and it was the table.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That Pac-Man, right? Not the like big box one, but the one you sat down and did it. Or Miss Pac-Man, that was actually better. Miss Pac-Man.
That game was hard, low key hard too. I mean, you're not really. You got to like 2 levels, 3 levels, and you were putting another quarter. That was. It was almost impossible to beat old school arcade games. Like, just no way,
Bro.
No way.
You couldn't pay me to eat Pizza Hut right now. When I was a kid, you couldn't have a better Friday night than going to Pizza Hut for a fresh pan pizza with the red glasses and friggin' dude, that shit was insane.
It was.
And
so
when
good.
did that? And you know when it
So
changed?
good.
I think
After
when
every
it
Friday
changed.
night football game, we went.
You know when it changed? Oh yeah, pizza in the pan, still low key, very good. But then they released the calorie count, and then I think that's what killed it. When you're realizing, oh, this is a 6,000 calorie pizza.
6,000 calories.
No, they obviously at one point for cost cutting, they fucked up the ingredients and they got cheap and like everything.
Everything's
Like
got
everything
cheap.
does.
Everything's. Have you seen an Oreo? The recent publicity about an Oreo
With
cookie,
blowing the milk into it.
No. Like just how much less of the white good stuff is in an Oreo these days.
How
Gotta
much-
get the
how
double
much
stuff,
less?
man.
How much?
Yeah, but they charge you more for the double stuff, which is now the original stuff. I mean,
That's fine. It is what it is.
Remember, you
You
could
have
get
no
like
choice.
gallons of ice cream, then it went down to like half gallon. Now it's like pint, and then
You
it's
have
like,
no choice.
Pint is like $7.
oh my, yes. And if you're like lactose intolerant, like this guy, bro, you're like paying
Yeah.
$15 for ice cream.
Yes,
I'm
you
like,
are.
bro, what is the process of making it a lactose ice cream? Right? It's not much. You flipped one switch, you assholes, and now I gotta pay twice as much
No,
so
you
I
don't.
don't shit my pants.
I'm
Like,
right there
no.
with you. I'll eat the real shit and just shit my pants for the next. Fuck that. I don't care. Fuck that.
Bro, we have, eggs. Eggs still haven't gone down. We pay like 90 cents an egg.
Oh, it's and it used to be 90 cents for like a carton.
It's like
Jen wants to get- Jen wants to get chickens.
$8.50, bro.
Chen wants to get chickens.
She wants to get
Where-
chickens and hatch
Where are you
eggs.
gonna put the chickens?
All right, I
That's
got
true.
I got
Why
one
would we
question.
bring logic into this scoop?
Why is how does she wants to hang out the chickens with the cat and the
Does
dog?
she know what dogs do to chickens? I mean, some dogs can be cool with chicken. I'm just
Nah.
thinking of Stella here.
Stella's not cool. No.
Yeah, and do like the dogs eat egg? I'm sure they do. They're like, this tastes good.
I don't know.
What if
Between
Frank the
Stella and
cat?
Frank the cat, it'll be a genocide.
We eat so many eggs in this house.
Chicken genocide.
We spend like $300 a month in eggs.
There's the name of this week's
Dude,
episode.
right?
Chicken genocide.
Oh my goodness, that's fantastic.
I mean, we can go, right?
I think,
Is that it? We
that's
got
good
picks?
enough. Yeah, let's just who
Okay.
are we going to win, lose this week? I got us losing.
I don't even know what's the line.
This is yeah.
Nah,
The ESPN.
let's get
I'll tell
serious. Let's get serious.
I'll tell you what
oh,
though,
yeah,
the
okay.
ESPN I saw the ESPN win generator has Miami winning by like 56%.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So listen, where do you guys want? You want to go down to Green Tree? I guess we should probably go down to Green Tree.
Yes, sir.
Do we have to?
Fight 72. Fight. Hey, let's
This again. Let's go. I mean, it's just you guys haven't changed it yet.
No, not yet. No.
How would
Every
Coach
time
sell?
I hear it, it's
Uh-huh.
depressing.
Let's go.
I just
Let's
missed the
go.
other one so badly.
Mm.
Yep. But we were getting copyright struck.
All right, man. So where do you guys want to start this week? Obviously, coming off that FSU game. I mean, so I guess like the first thing is I think just it's been cool to see the entire fan base. I mean, listen, it's a fan base that is very rarely united in anything. But the way the entire fan base has rallied around and just pushed Emory front and center, his well-being, just the praise he gave it all. He literally gave up his body for a first down in this program. And pretty much everyone is like, yeah, bro, like we always got your back. Always.
Yeah, mad respect. We called him a warrior. We said that he deserved to start that game. Quarterback play had been up and down on the year prior to that point. Still probably gave you the best opportunity and chance to win, and he kind of almost willed you to a win. And it's been a long time where I saw a quarterback almost. We didn't get a chance to see it. I would like to see what happens if he doesn't get hurt, if he's able to finish that drive, if he's able to like will us to a victory. We didn't get that opportunity. Obviously, there was a quarterback change. That quarterback change solidified it this week. Mario Cristobal has announced that Tyler Van Dyke will be the starter moving forward, to a lot of fans' chagrin, because, again, Jakari, which we're not going to really get into that debate. I don't even really think we're going to get into the quarterback debate at all. I think we have that quarterback debate fatigue, if we're being honest. But at this point, Jakari wasn't named the starter. I don't think it's reasonable to sit there and say you have a better chance of seeing a ball go towards a tight end than you do Jakari being the quarterback for the University of Miami at any point this season. So we'll see what happens.
It's a good way to look at it. So we put this poll out there. Let me ask you guys. Bigger surprise, lack of tight end, not say play, but the lack of the tight ends being utilized.
Involvement.
Right? Or the stellar play of the linebacking core.
So I was in the minority. I voted for linebacking core just because we haven't had one for so long. And so that's why it's been such a revelation and such an awesome thing to see. So that's why I went in that direction.
Then
obviously a huge shock that we're not utilizing our tight ends. However, we haven't been crazy utilizing them the last few years, in my opinion, once Lashley left. And I just think the fact that the turnaround in the linebacker room has been fucking insane.
I agree.
I think with the elder Maui Noah, I think that's what put me towards the tight end side, because I knew he was the goods. When you watched him last year out in the pack, he was just running around. He was a monster. So I immediately saw his film and was like, this guy's going to be a starter. I think the bigger surprising thing is just how well Corey Flagg has played on the year in this system with Lance Guidry. Congratulations and kudos in order on the award for best assistant in the country. Good for him.
Is he the most improved player on the team?
I would say so. Right? I would say so. I mean, it's well documented when I was doing student of the game over the past couple of years, for whatever reason. And it's not a personal thing. It's just how I do films. And people have asked me this in the year, how I do films, how I get clips. It is that consummate dog chasing a tire. I don't know until I get there. But Corey was found on film multiple times. Now, every time, I've never seen it, right? It's almost Tommy Streeter level. If you remember that reference, like Tommy Streeter, one year dropped like every ball. The next year ended up leading the team in receptions and yardage. You didn't necessarily see that coming because Tommy was just battling in his own right. Corey Flagg is almost at same level for me. To see what he did on film, to do it this year, kudos to him. But I'm going to have to go tight end. And when you say something, there's a fraction of the fan base, I don't know what the percentage is. Well, that's because we don't have them. And I'm like, I disagree. You still have tight ends on this roster. They were highly touted, highly coveted guys. Well, it doesn't matter. They're freshmen. What is Bange? What is Mark Fletcher? Like, how come those freshmen? All right, because no, it's not a solid argument. You have some guys on the roster. Now, McCormick's more of a blocking guy, but you could still find ways to get tight ends the ball. It's just in premise, that's not what Shannon Dawson's doing. So for me to go from tight end you to no you, like we can't even put tight end on the moniker is astounding to me. Absolutely astounding. So I'm saying it's the tight end.
I would say that if Arroyo was healthy, it would definitely be the tight ends for me. Because if Arroyo was healthy, you can't ignore. I mean, he was 2 years ago, because he was hurt most of last year. 2 years ago, he was the next guy. He was the next one in that tight end lineage. He showed it. He was fantastic. So then he gets hurt last year, and then this year he's hurt. He plays for, I don't know, a quarter, gets hurt again. And he's out again next week or last week. So if he was healthy, I would 100%. And it just goes further to your lack of argument there, Ro, which is, yeah, we don't have him. I mean, what happened to Skinner?
And that,
where's Riley Williams?
And Skinner,
you can't, these are like you said, these are highly touted guys. Well, they can't catch the ball. So they caught the ball really, really well until they got here. So now they can't catch all of a sudden. I don't like that argument either.
And then when you look at
them,
and when you look at what Shannon Dawson likes to do, he likes to favor 11 set personnel, 1 running back, 3 wide receivers. And you mean to tell me that Jaleel Skinner can't do what Xavier Restrepo is being asked to do, and that is being motioned into the formation, come across, and block somebody? They literally use Xavier Restrepo in a perfect fashion that you would use a flex tight end. Like he's out there, like he can't go out there and be a pass catcher. Like it's just how they are using the tight ends and how they're asking them to block first. I think is almost the bigger culprit to me, other than the fact that you don't have tight ends, and that's just my opinion.
Well, and also so you're more expert on this than me, but you're dealing with that zone coverage. Wouldn't a tight end be a great little outlet against that sort of a defense? I mean, right over the middle, find that soft spot in the zone. You plant your fucking feet 5 to 8 yards. I mean, isn't that like football 101 again?
I think so. Toast. I love that you brought this up because in specifics, and I brought it up in student of the game, and I've referenced it a couple of times. I apologize, but when Florida State sent 5 quick out and routes, including a tight end and a running back, right? They just sent them out. It opened up the backside middle of the field really well for a quick slant. It was really wide open. And anytime something's really wide open, I want to find out why it was wide open, right? Florida State's got remarkable wide receivers. Obviously, these kids, some of them are going to get drafted. Coleman, these are draft eligible NFL type guys. Got really wide open. And then when we have like McCormick, who's asked to block first a lot, like those linebackers just kind of get in the way a lot more than we were seeing with other teams. And you're right, Toast. As simple as that is, when you have a tight end constantly block, it allows the defense, I feel, to have more of an unfair advantage. You could do it once in a while. It's not wrong to do it, Toast, Scoop. It's not wrong to do what Dawson's doing. But I think if you do it too much, if anything in football, once you do it too much, the defense gets the advantage. And I felt like that's when like the passing window starts shrinking, right? Because I think we could both agree, all Canes fans listening to this, whatever, are guys just running wide open again? We've always had this debate. Oh, he's running free. But are we having a lot of separation from wide receivers? Are we like the last couple games? It just seems to me that it's really tight out there, right? One of the things, even Emory, I said, my biggest piece of advice, even though the guy's covered, his back is turned, you got to look at that as open. And that was the remarkable play he had to Jacoby George. Look at that play again. Jacoby George is wearing a Florida State sweater, right? It was just, he threw the ball. The guy wasn't his back turned. It was a perfectly placed ball. Some dumb luck there, too, because the safety took like a really bad angle. We're going to be honest, but it wasn't open. You know what I'm saying? Even that big play we had was not open. I think we could pick up in some areas. That's all. How you could pick up?
How's that?
There's a guy that's available on the market. I know that made its rounds on social media. He got fired in the NFL.
Yeah.
Which one are you? Which one are you who posted him hitting the table? And I was like, I don't care. Just get him here. Who was that?
Who do you think that was?
Scoop?
Scoopalicious.
Oh, okay. Because it wasn't me.
That wasn't me.
All right, so now we know. Okay, now we're all.
Let me just say to you, Ro, most improved player. I was thinking offensive side. I'm going Jacoby.
Jacoby's living up to the billing that Scoop has always said he's most smoothest route runner since Amon Richards. And he's now overtaken the number one spot as the number one wide receiver on the team after last week. Especially, he was kind of in the doghouse all last year. So good for him. Good for him.
Oh, we lost.
I told you, hold on. If I told you, so there's kind of like this. You guys got hammered this week. I got to be honest with you.
Okay.
For this clip you put out there and the Dawson thing, and
that was my
questioning.
Fault.
Yeah, that's Jenner's fault.
Well, why is it anyone's fault? What do you mean got hammered?
Oh, you getting hammered
for what? Saying we failed on the OC hire?
Yeah.
How have we not? How? Well,
I don't know, but let me.
Hold on. How is the new OC being less than 5 points better in ACC competition than last year's guy, who we all agree was the worst friggin' offense we've ever seen in basically our entire lives? Less than 5 points better is a win?
Well, I'm not so sure that's the case, but let me. I want to just hear me out on something.
Okay.
George, after his game last week, right, moves ahead of Xavier as the top receiver on the team as far as yardages, and touchdowns, right? If I told you that the Miami Hurricanes had the third and fourth best receivers, stat-wise, in the conference, we know we run the ball well. We know we have a dominant offensive line, and yet we still score 20 a game, 21. What are we at in conference?
22 points.
22 points a game. We still blaming that on the OC? I mean, it seems a little counterproductive.
Oh, I see. So you're taking that side of it. No, okay. I mean, the biggest side that people take is because Tyler sucks. Tyler sucks. You can't. And Tyler,
they just can't read the nuance. I understand the simple nonsense with that. But
what I've had an issue mainly was just in conference, right? And I have a question, a sincere question about this, because they're like, a lot of people, and I think it started from us, to be honest. Tyler can't read his own. We told you since like Georgia Tech how we've had issues against zone coverage, right? I believe, I don't know who else was talking about it being a zone. I mean, this is ground zero for being zone. Now it's being thrown back on our face. Tyler can't read his zone. All right. But at a certain point, Scoop, all right, you're saying this. Isn't it the coach's job to help the quarterback see the zone? Like, isn't it his job to find better answers? And the only reason why I say that, because Mario said that too. We have to find a better job in how we're scheming it up. He mentioned the players, he mentioned the quarterback play, but he mentioned the scheme as well. And that's, I've kind of held up on that nuance because, all right, the kid's not seeing it. He's seen zone in the past just fine. I think it was more of he's not seeing the zone with what this offense is telling him to do. He lost his confidence around the same time, and it was just dysfunction. But tell me, like, isn't it an offensive coordinator's job to help his quarterback find the zone? Which Florida State didn't run zone, by the way. They ran hella man.
It's not his job. You're supposed to be a fan. You're supposed to let your bias and your hatred towards one player just go ahead and fucking rule the entire fucking world. So that's it, man. That's your narrative. That's fucking fine. You despise Tyler. Fucking fine. Despise the fucking kid. I honestly don't give a shit. He's playing like ass this year. What do you want us to say? Wow. Like, hey, yes, 100%. He's playing like ass. Jump all over him. I can't fucking stop you. Do what you want to do. Make you feel like a fucking man. Be a big man. But if you think this offense is anything that is going to do anything with, if you think that you're going to put the kid from Alabama or yours in this offense and you're going to see a drastic improvement to where we're scoring 35 a game in conference, you're fucking an idiot. Like, dude, your job is to put your players in the best position to win. There's so many levels to the disaster that are being caused this year. The first one is the fact that the head coach didn't bring any quarterbacks. We have no quarterback room. It's all we had, a quarterback room. We have no quarterback room. By the time the end of the season's over, this fucking is barren. It's empty. So that's the first thing. We didn't have enough quarterbacks to start with. Didn't have a competition in the preseason to start with. That's number one. That's on Mario. Okay? Second, the offense that's been implemented is shit. It's mildly better than what Gaddis had in here last year. I mean, seriously, how many more fucking tunnel screens do you want to watch over a 12-game season? I mean, at this stage, it's going to be over 50% of the plays are tunnel screens, it seems like, okay? So fucking just stop. That's on the OC. Now we've turned the ball over like a motherfucker the last number of games, 11 interceptions, this and that. Quarterback play has been shit. Guess who that's on? That's on TVD and the quarterback. Great. You know what? All three of those fucking things are true. So which one you want to fucking jump on? Pick which one you want to jump on. But all three are 100% fucking true, and all three have to be fixed before this program does anything that we want it to do. So fucking figure it out, man. Figure out who you want to cheer for and who you want to piss on. But at this stage, I honestly don't give a fuck anymore.
Sweet. Can I ask you another question?
Yeah.
What if Jakari's camp, because I think it's the camp, that's what we've heard, wanted him to redshirt? What if that came up very late? What if Mario thought he was an option until his camp wanted to shut him down, and then it was just simply too late, and he was like, you know what, I think we can ride with this before Tyler struggles, obviously.
As Toast got to the point where he is just like that, I'm just over it. I'm just over the Jakari thing. Excuse me. I'll be back. Apologize.
He's back.
I'm over the Jakari thing.
Beautiful.
I could have turned that into a promo. You should have said
I know.
Yeah, that was great.
We got some lozenges or something.
Brought to you by Lozenges, whoever wants to sponsor that segment. I haven't been feeling well, boys. Just FYI. I just still been battling. It's been hard, man. I slept 26 hours over the course of 2 days. Oh my goodness. It was just, it's just been rough. Anyway, I'm just over the whole Jakari thing. I've been clamoring for that guy, screaming for the rooftops to play. When other publications said that kid is not a quarterback, he'll never be a meaningful quarterback, I said he could be. I'm a big fan of his. I'm a big fan of his athleticism. I think he can spin it. I think in the right offense, he could play dividends. I'm just over it because at this point,
too. I totally agree with you. I was just curious as far as
it went out the window for when you had 4 games left and you could still preserve his red shirt and he could play every game. And then again this week, and you're not putting him out there. I don't know what's behind the story, and at this point, I don't care. Toast is right in the fact that listen, quarterback room next year. This year, perceivably, it could have been a strength. Next year, you're looking at an absolute nightmare, especially if 2 people leave the program. You're going to have to get transfer portal help regardless. You have to get somebody to maybe be the starter, be the guy. You just don't know. You're in really a big, huge flux at that position. Even if Tyler comes in and absolutely goes back 2 years ago and catches form and just blows Louisville and Boston College out of the water and is like the ACC quarterback of the week, there's just been too much up and down play over the year that you still have to go ahead and try to increase the competition moving forward. You just have to.
I would say bye-bye, Jakari. If that's what happened, if that's what his camp said, and I'll tell you why, because the red shirt has been secured. And we watched a true freshman go out and lay it on the line for this program just to get a goddamn first down. And you're telling me with your red shirt secured, you don't want to come in and be available for the final 2 games? I mean, or are you available as a backup, as an emergency? If Tyler breaks his arm on Saturday night, will we see Jakari? Well, then will he go in and give a shot for the team, right? So
I would imagine there's no choice at that point, considering we have no one else behind him.
But why wouldn't you then want to step up and be like, hey, listen, I want, the freshman just went down. We don't want to go back to TVD. My red shirt secured. Why? You started last year 2 games. One of them you looked great. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, but we don't know that though. Dawson said I just didn't feel at any point in the game I needed to insert him.
Right, but Mario said 2 weeks ago that Jakari is going to be a great quarterback for this program and that he's ready to go and he's doing great in practice. And so,
right, but Dawson didn't seem the need to insert him into the game the other night because Emory was solid.
But what
he doesn't
about Louisville?
He said it many times. He doesn't like messing with quarterbacks' rhythm,
fine,
which I very much
not
like.
Even that. But I'm talking about after he went down when he broke his fucking arm. Why wouldn't you insert Jakari then? Why wouldn't you insert Jakari this week against Louisville? Like, that's what I'm saying. So if he doesn't want to play, if this is because his camp said, no, he's sitting out, we're putting him first above the team, then leave, go.
Yeah, you can't necessarily do that. And the coaches have no obligations to keep you at that point. It's just like, okay, so you don't want to play at all. What happens if we're in a situation like you said, Tyler gets hurt against this game? No, I'm not playing.
Right.
Okay,
I mean, listen, I'm fully prepared that we go into the offseason here with Emory, Judd, and you got to find 2 to 3 quarterbacks in the portal.
I agree. I could see it. That seems more realistic with 2 games left than it seems unrealistic, just to how it's transpired. By no means.
NC State's in the portal.
Ooh, MJ?
Yeah.
Oh.
No. Wow.
I like MJ.
I know you do. Yeah, he stopped playing. He removed himself from playing so he can enter the portal.
Oh God!
It's going to be
college football.
It's unbelievable. That was like last week or something. He was like, "Yeah, I'm not going to play."
He beat us, and then he turns around and goes and hits the portal. Welcome to modern day college football.
Incredible.
So
is what it is.
Keys to the game.
Yeah. What do we got? Who are we playing?
Keys to the game.
We're
playing Louisville. Keys to the game.
They're good.
Jesus Christ. They are having a phenomenal season.
They're having a phenomenal season.
How did they lose to Pitt?
Right?
It's got to be the worst loss considering how good a team is. It's got to be the worst loss in the country right now. I mean, there's nobody else who's like, what are they? 8-1? How many games have we played?
I will.
Man, they are 9-1.
9-1. So 9-1. Nobody else is 9-1 that has that bad of a loss that had a chance to be that good.
I will go first with a couple. See if you could diversify the screen game just a little bit more. Look at what Florida State just did to you. Very imaginative screen game. I don't think it's necessarily
tight ends.
Running backs too. I understand that, and I'd like to say by using the tight end and a running back, but a screen game. They say a run game could be a quarterback's best friend, but when they start keying up on the run game, right, and you're getting run blitzed, having a good screen game and not just your flanker screen when you're in like a stack formation because you weren't fooling Florida State in the second half with it. Like, diversify the screen game. Come out with like 4 or 5 different screens that you can get, stay ahead of the chains, and that way you can help out on first down. It's going to be really, really hard for any quarterback for University of Miami if you get shot down on a run play, you're 2nd and 12, you run it again, and then Emory, Tyler, Jakari are trying to get 3rd and 10, 3rd and 11, and then you're only throwing 3 people in the routes and the windows got tight. So diversify the screen game. Defense, be you. Be what you've been. Thank you. It's been a joy to watch you. So many things get overshadowed on the offensive side of the ball, but just continue to be you. And finally, coaches, just whoever's calling this game, there should be no decisions like Hasselbeck questioning them. Like, right? Do not have a Hasselbeck moment. Do not have Hasselbeck call you out for yet something else this season. And those are my 3 keys to the game.
Scoop.
Got to run the ball well. We got to get back to running the ball just like we did last week at Florida State, like we did the week before. NC State. Louisville is the 21st best ranked rush defense in the country. So can we get after them in the run game? Because if you can break down pretty much their best ranked unit, then everything else will fall into place, I believe. I mean, they give up 108th total in the country as far as yards per game in the air. So Tyler's got to take advantage, man. He's going to have the time. He's going to have the opportunity. We said this before. We need Tyler from 2 years ago. I need Tyler from the A&M game. I need the team needs that guy. So he's got another opportunity. Can he make it happen? I'm going to go back to one that I had said a few weeks ago, maybe a long time ago. Mr. Borgalis got to be 100% this week. I think it's going to be a tight game. I'm actually surprised looking at Louisville's team stats that they're 9-1 because they're nothing great.
Yeah,
They
team
really
stats
are.
are okay. They got a lot of street credit. They put a hurting on Notre Dame at home, an absolute hurting.
Yeah, they beat their ass.
They have given up the least amount of points overall in the entire ACC among all the ACC teams this year. That could be. They have a decent defense, obviously. They've given up 171 points. Florida State's given up 173. So defense doesn't suck. I don't know. Maybe they're getting a lot of yardage. A bend don't break defense. I don't know, but so that doesn't suck. They score. Listen, dude, again, keys to the game. You got to play your best game of the season. Quarterback play has to be something that we haven't seen in 2 years. Offensive line, run the ball, whatever the fuck it is, dude. Just, I mean, yada, 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 dude. It's the same shit every week.
I know.
Coaches have
it's
a game
not.
plan. Figure it out. Do something. I don't know. Win the fucking game. Do not end on a 4-game losing streak. How about that? The 2 toughest ones are you're home against Louisville, final game of the year. Yes, they're a very good team. They've had a great season. Then you got BC. You're like, dude, just win one of them. Exasperated.
Okay. Well, maybe we'll beat.
If you can win both,
maybe we'll win BC.
And then you're 8-4. Listen. Josh Pate just put out a list. I don't know if it's reflective of the actual top 25, but Texas A&M, Clemson, and Louisville in the same year that you beat them, 8-4. You could say there's improvement with better quarterback play. Maybe you're 10-2.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't kneel on the ball, you're 11-1. So it's like you could make tons of arguments for improvement. But if you lose this game, I think this is a game that's really, really trajectory ridden. Like you're either going to sell one narrative or the other narrative. Now, despite us losing against Florida State and about to play Louisville, we just flipped somebody from Louisville, so Mario can still recruit. So,
yes. Listen, who is it to put out that thing? So Harbaugh can recruit, can coach all week long, can be in the facility, but can't be in the sidelines during games. And someone's like, Mario Cristobal's been stealing signs.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
That's one of the funniest damn things I've ever seen.
Here's a stat for you. You brought up A&M, Ro. Jimbo Fisher. This was put out by BTB earlier. Will make $1,095 every hour of every day from now until 2031, and he won't have to lift one finger.
That was a guaranteed contract. Congratulations.
Yeah, dude, there's no offset. So he got a job in broadcasting now, get paid $5 million a year, and it does not offset from the $7 million he's getting every March.
I wanted to know, this is probably hitting below the belt. Does Candy still get some of this money too, or that she probably just was limited to his Florida State money, right? She probably took half of his Florida State money.
When do they separate?
Before he left Florida State.
Sleeping with his players.
No, Florida's players.
That's when they
before he
separated.
signed the contract.
That's
then,
when they
then she
separated.
wouldn't get any.
Yeah. So okay, that's fine. It was a
His
publicized
new wife will get
divorce.
this stuff.
Is he married again?
I don't think so. I don't know.
Man,
I don't know.
Back in the saddle with his boots.
Which one of
Dude,
you dicks
he's
is the one
chilling.
that threw it out that he should be our OC and didn't give the option for no?
That's
You
the guy
said this
smiling in the
earlier.
middle.
Who do you think?
Yeah.
That's the guy smiling too.
Well, I mean, what's wrong with that question?
No, absolutely not. No,
But
I would take Dan Mullen
who?
first.
Who
I would love Dan Mullen
who
to call
should be in the
plays.
building? Who should be in the building?
Who should be the OC?
In any capacity.
Listen,
Kenny.
I
In
said
any
it on.
capacity. Water boy, line painter, whatever you want to be within the program, you can be.
I just go back to LSU in 2019. I mean, they had Esmerger. I believe that's what his name is. I could be mispronouncing that. And they had Brady. They had like a co-OC kind of thing. And before you go on to be like, oh, why would he do that? Why would he do that? But listen, it's sometimes it's got to be we before me. I don't know. I feel like an Al Golden cheesy saying, as brick by brick. But you could have somebody with NFL experience that you kind of like split up the playbook. Like Shannon, no, he's calling the plays. That's fine. But you know what? Kenny's over my shoulder. Like, hey, if you get this on 3rd and 2, on this 3rd and 14, on 3rd and 2, dial up play, 16-4B, because I'll take care of your logistics side. I'll look in advance. I'll be your planning division, right? So I can keep you just focusing on what you need to do. Keep calling the game of your life. And maybe he sees things that you don't. I mean, I think the University of Miami has to take some kind of a tactical approach because, listen, regardless Shannon is, Shannon isn't, right? Gaddis wasn't, Enos wasn't. We've had really bad runs of offensive coordinators, and I think you got to start maybe looking outside the box, and you got to think a little bit more progressive, and you maybe have to think about a situation because I think we can all agree that Shannon falls at time where it's, I would say, not as a play caller, but as a decision maker in terms of like logistics. Like, hey, you should probably go up tempo now. Hey, you should kneel now. Hey, if you get this, consider calling a timeout. Like that side of the game, we've seen numerous errors, and I don't necessarily think that's related to play calling. Would you disagree with that? Like that's a different avenue. Right. So get somebody who's good at that or somebody that can focus on that. And I think it could help him even more. Just like free him up. You know, you do this with quarterbacks, right? Just like simplify the playbook. Well, simplify it for your OC. You know, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong there.
It's going to make my brain hurt. It's going to make my brain hurt. All right. So listen, man, like no other top program in the friggin' country needs someone on the sideline tapping the OC and the head coach on the sideline. Hey, take a timeout. Hey, do you want to run here? You want to speed it up? Hey, you should probably take a knee here. No one else is doing that, man. We have to do that. Really? We can't just hire someone that's competent, that knows how to do all that shit. An OC that knows.
Fine, hire Kenny then. Fine. Just fine.
Listen to, but here's my issue. Let me just throw this out to you. First of all, Kenny, I believe that we're about to have a serious issue with this program. And we were just alluding to the fact that possibly there's a likely scenario where come December, there are two quarterbacks on this roster, two scholarship quarterbacks, Emory and Judd. Can Mario recruit quarterbacks?
Kenny hates recruiting.
I don't give a shit.
I know.
I'm asking the question. Well, then not Kenny.
I don't know that.
But right now we have a head coach who everyone says the knock on him is when it's an amazing recruiter, except for one specific position. Quarterback.
Two.
What's
wide receiver?
Wide receiver, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't be bad to have him in the building for that.
I'm just saying it would be nice to have at least an OC, a powerful OC that has the cred that can get us quarterbacks. Like a Dan Mullen would be able to come in and recruit a quarterback and not have to worry about the quarterback being, but it's Mario Cristobal. Bro, I'm calling the plays on the OC. Hey, I've developed quarterbacks.
I hate to bring this up.
Then don't.
No, it's worth being said.
Do it.
Kenny worked with an individual who was very, very under fire, right? And this is when he was at Carolina.
Uh-huh.
And there's no doubt in my mind that his best season was when Kenny Dorsey was his quarterback.
That's correct. You could do the same for the guy down here.
And then when Kenny wasn't there, there was a big drop off again. So could it be a situation where Kenny in the building could actually be the guy that gets Tyler his confidence back and can get him playing? Like, listen, he did it for Cam Newton, right? Cam Newton was maybe even more so under fire than Tyler Van Dyke was, or is. Cam Newton was just absolute getting you nowhere. And then Kenny came in and Cam played phenomenal.
Okay. So let me take it a step further. What if he's down here and Jakari is here?
Mm-hmm.
It's the same player, dude.
Yeah, that could help him too. I mean, regardless of what you say, is that just being in the building. Me personally, I'm like, listen, Shannon, I feel should have another year. Somewhere in the middle of next year, you're going to see if it's yes or it's no. But I do believe like the quarterback play at time hampered him. He could be a couple of games better. We're not having this discussion. So I am sympathetic to that. I think he can improve. I think what I said at the beginning of the season, Lance Guidry was going to be the more celebrated hire. I think that came true. I think this is just another offense. It's nothing spectacular. Like when we have grandkids, we're not going to tell a story about Shannon Dawson's revolutionary offense. We're not, right? It's still about the single back offense that Dennis Erickson, brought in there and 2001 team because of all the talent. Maybe I mentioned Rhett Lashley because I'm a Lashley homer, but that's it. So we need to improve. But having him in the building, and somebody's like, why would he want to come here? I don't know, because I heard Mario Cristobal wasn't never going to come here because he has a cush job in Oregon. I heard Alonzo Highsmith was never going to come here because just ask the guy. Just ask him. He's either going to say yes or he's going to say no. If he says yes, did you ever think Jason Taylor was going to coach defensive ends for the University of Miami? He is. You know why? Because you asked him. I never thought Jason Taylor was going to be a coach for the University of Miami. And that guy's kicking ass. That defensive line is badass. And I know he's helping that. Ask the guy. Recruit? Ask the guy.
I would you could also point out that Cam excelled with Dorsey as his quarterback coach. Mm-hmm. Josh Allen blossomed with Dorsey as his quarterback coach, and then regressed with Joe Brady as his quarterback's coach. So we'll see. We'll see if that's actually. Listen, you're not going to convince me that what is going on in Buffalo this year is on Kenny Dorsey. They know after his entire track record over the last 10 years, just stop with that, bro. He's been made a scapegoat, and that is fine. But I would love him working with our quarterback room.
That's the way the business works.
Of course it is. That's fine. That's fine. But, question is, does Mario have the balls to bring in the fan base's favorites, basically all-time favorite son? We got to take a break. Do not answer that right now. We got to talk about our people. First off, as always, Ed Morse on top of Scoops Hat, edmorse.com, Teddy Morse, Harley Davidson, Daytona Beach, the original flagship. All you got to do is go to edmorse.com, and all the brands are right up on top. Click on whatever you want. Build your car, buy your car, price protection promise. They guarantee everything. Awesome service department. They've been backing us for a long time, and so we appreciate it. It is edmorse.com.
Take care of your boys. It's getting cold. There's a lot of rain in South Florida, and for those that are listening that are in South Florida, now that's going to segue into the next sponsor, but there's a lot of rain, and what happens after rain? There's a little cold front that comes back. You're going to get a little fur. You're going to get a little fur coat. The Performance Package 5.0, use promo code OBB. Manscaped. Take care of your boys. Period. End of story. But before we talk about the rain, we just talked about the boys. Talk about the package. The package. Scoopy.
Today's what? Thursday? What day is it?
Thursday.
Thursday morning. Mm-hmm. Tuesday night. And there's been a lot of really good nights lately. We tell you all the time.
Yes, there have been.
There's a lot of been really good nights, right? In hockey, college hoops, and then his Maction. College football, NFL football, killing it. Tuesday night, though, in NHL, college basketball, college football, and something else. Soccer.
Yeah, the soccer earlier in the day was 4-0. Yeah,
correct. Man went 17-1.
Mm-hmm.
It's not bad.
Not bad. And a couple of those were 2-unit plays.
There was a 3-unit play as well.
There was a 3-unit too. Yeah,
there was a 3-unit play as well. Duke over.
Michigan State.
Yeah. So, I mean, guys, he's just buy the package. Buy the packages. Buy the college basketball. Buy the college football. The hockey, we tell you all the time. The most lucrative sport to bet in sports. Hockey. It's all the same lines every damn night.
He's destroying it, man.
He is destroying it. And if you...
And he doesn't do it like... Yeah.
No, I'm saying, so he had 6 college basketball games, 6-0, with a 3-unit play in there. You're 6-0.
Mm-hmm.
If you're like a crazy person like myself and you put a parlay on all 6 of those games, that wasn't too bad either.
No.
Yeah. So
I like parlays.
Beatingthebookie.com is where you get your packages, and I have free plays for you too.
Give him.
I have free
Let's
plays
go.
for you. How we doing? How was he last week, Jenners? Do we know?
He was 1-2.
1-2 last week.
But he nailed Ohio State minus 31. You got that covered.
There was a lot of big plays last week. I'm telling you. Beatingthebookie.com. Hold on. I got it right here. Two picks. Georgia. Who's Georgia got?
Tennessee.
Georgia minus 10. And Missouri minus 11 against the Gators, who are not going to make a bowl game.
We knew that.
And
their class is
exodus
falling
of recruits.
Their class is falling
just
apart
day by day.
And their record, Florida State's on the up and up. Obviously, they're a playoff team ranked number 4 in those rankings. But it helps the University of Miami that the other in-state, kind of team sucks right now. There's always a team that emerges when one of the teams is absolute garbage. Thank you, Florida. Thanks for taking that off our plate. So it's always works.
How about all this rain?
Yeah, I know. All this rain. All right.
I promise you that there's like 20% of the roofs right now in South Florida that nobody knew was a leaking problem has a leaking problem.
Yep.
It's rained here for 36 hours straight. Like
insane.
Like torrential. Like it doesn't let up.
Bro, the BB&T Center parking lot, I'm sorry, Merritt, whatever the hell, where the Panthers play for the Pink concert was so flooded, bro, that all the entrances it was the biggest cluster you've ever seen.
I know. Steph and the girls missed the opening.
Okay.
Miss Pink's opening. They were so late.
Wow. Yeah. It was
that's how late they were.
Panther Parkway was a parking lot. I didn't move for 15 minutes. Oh,
yeah.
Brutal.
Yeah. But you know what isn't brutal? Paul Bange Roofing. And I got to just share this, in the OBB Discord chat. I say bang, right? And now every time I say bang, they're like Bange.
I know.
Bang.
Everybody
it's just caught on. And you know the number. 981 roof. You could call 561-305-954. It's the same thing. 981 roof. Call Paul. Hey, I'm Paul. Give me a call.
Hey, I'm Paul.
Go ahead. Do yourself a neighborly good. You see the dude with the blue tarp. You see him, right? You see him. Just be like, hey, this is Paul. Give him a call. Knock on their door. Just let them know. They're here for you. Huge Canes fans. Bange. There you go.
There you go.
Also, you're about to hear from some of our friends at Factor. Make sure if you're looking to lose some weight for the holidays, you want to not get crazy, you want to get some meals sent to you, Orange50 is the promo code. You get 50% off Factor. You'll be hearing that commercial next. All right, boys. So anything you want to touch on before we get into picks and wrap this thing up?
Yes,
I know
one thing.
Been crazy long today. Go ahead.
One thing. Tyler had an interview today.
Oh, I saw the tweet.
And I watched some of it. The first person, I don't know who asked the question. The second person was the infamous.
Oh, Cat Lady?
Yeah. And she immediately refers to him as Taylor. She's incredible. It really is.
Maybe she's at that part where she looks in the kitty litter. She actually thinks those are Tootsie Pops.
Oh, Jesus.
It really is mind-boggling funny.
Yeah. He's
Tyler?
He's been there for 4 years.
Said Taylor, bro. I was like, bro. I couldn't stop laughing. I was laughing so hard I had to stop the video.
All right. Let's should we do some picks?
Yes.
All right. So how we do last week, Jenners?
You didn't do so good. 0-6.
What?
Over.
Wow.
Wow. The bagel.
Damn.
Scoop, step back up 4-2. Rose split 3-3.
Oof. So now where are we for the season?
Toast 29-37. Scoop flip it 37-29, and Roman 28-37. So
right.
Scoop's starting to run away again.
Yeah, he is. All right.
Well,
5 more games plus Miami. So let's go.
Let's go.
First game. Number 20, North Carolina at Clemson. Clemson minus 10.5.
Do we have AI this week?
Yeah, we can get to an AI after picks.
Oh, okay. Good.
Yeah, we have one. Good. I don't know if you're going to like it, but we have one.
Oh,
Jesus.
Shit. Okay, so
what
was this game?
We can always rip it out and post.
Says the guy who doesn't edit. Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, we know the terms.
We know.
All right, so
sorry,
what was
I
that?
totally
who
missed
are
that.
they
What are you
playing?
doing?
North Carolina?
North Carolina at Clemson.
And Clemson
No, it's not Clemson minus 10. Is this right? Clemson's minus 10.5?
No.
It was on BTB's site. It was, I think. It was
What?
Clemson minus
Jesus,
7
come
on a few other sites too.
Hold on
All right,
a second here. I don't believe
There's
you.
no way.
I don't believe you.
Let me see what time is that game?
I have -6.5.
All right, so
Yeah, I have -7.
Yeah, I got
3:30.
-6.5. So yeah, so that was a typo. All right, so Clemson -6.5.
Clemson stock's rising according to Dabo.
That's what I was gonna go. I'm just doing that just on the stock rising part. Give me Clemson by 7.
I mean, what a dumbass that guy. He really is. I don't know how many plays for him. Yeah, I'm going Clemson too.
All right, I'm going North Carolina to gain some ground. Number 1 Georgia at number 18 Tennessee. Uga given 7.
I'm taking BTB and Uga.
I have Georgia -10.
Yeah,
Who
I'm
got
taking
these
that.
lines.
Not me.
I might have pulled him from the wrong lines then. Look, this is what happens when you put me in charge of stuff, okay?
That's fine. Just give us the games. We got lines. Georgia -10.
What time's the Georgia game?
Go Dogs, 3:30.
Go Dogs.
It's 10.
It's 10. All right.
That's what BTB gave it to you also.
Yeah,
Gotcha. Okay.
I
yeah.
go with
All right,
BTB.
so I'll take Tennessee. I'm just going the opposite of you guys. I got to make up ground. Number 21, Kansas State at number 25, Kansas. Kansas State giving 75.
I don't know if that one's right.
No, that was actually
typo.
Kansas State giving 3. Kansas State giving 3, I think.
That
Could be
sounds
correct.
pretty accurate.
It sounds good.
What
All
time's
right.
that game?
Oh, boy. I have no idea.
Hold
Do
on,
they
I'm
call
gonna
that
look it up.
anything? Was it Kansas?
I got
versus
Kansas State -7.5.
Shut the fuck up.
So I'm gonna go with Kansas State. I'm gonna go with Kansas State here at the 3.
I pulled
Jenner's
these lines for
line.
BTB's site. I swear I did.
No, I'm taking Jenner's line. He's looking at teasers probably. Holy crap!
I'm taking Kansas, even though
Well,
they don't have a
Kansas their quarterback got hurt? Is he
Yeah, their
playing or
quarterback
no?
got hurt. Yeah. All right,
I don't know
number.
if- I don't know if he's playing.
I don't think he is.
I'm going K-State.
Yeah, I'm going Kansas.
Rawr, Wildcats.
Rawr. All right, number 5, Washington at number 11, Oregon State. Washington -2.
I have Oregon State -2.5.
No, you don't.
I do.
No, you don't.
I promise
Get the
you I
F
do.
out of here.
I promise you.
I'm going
What time
Huskies.
is that game at?
I'm going
7:30.
Huskies and the Hard Penix for the win.
7:30. Oregon State -2.5.
I'll take the Penix mightier, Alex. That's the pen is
Yeah,
mightier.
Oregon State -2.5. Jesus, Jenners. He's not even close. I'm taking
incredible.
Washington, man.
This is the best pickup
All right,
segment of all time.
No, I'm going Huskies as well.
Oh,
I went
bastards.
Huskies. The
Oh, I'm
penis
taking
mightier.
Oregon State. I'm taking Oregon State.
Okay. All right.
All
To
right.
cover.
Sure.
Oh, that's
Okay.
hey, wait. Before we move on,
Uh-huh.
I just want everybody to know
Yeah, I know exactly
when
where this is.
that when they face off, you'll have one Penix versus the Beavers.
That's
right. The
all.
Hard Penix and the Beavers.
Nice.
Let's
All right.
go.
Florida at number 9,
Best game of the
Mizzou,
year.
and we'll continue with incorrect lines. This one's closer though. Mizzou -10, actually 11.5.
11 and a
Mizzou.
half. Not bad.
Yeah.
Mizzou.
Mizzou. Yeah. Fuck.
By a billion.
Yeah. Take Florida.
Jake Garcia might even get in this game.
Fuck it. I'm already. I went 0-6 last week. When I go 0-6 again.
You can't
All right.
do
Last
that.
game. Game
You
of the
can't do
week.
that. You can't just go Florida. Just make up a game.
Why
Yes,
not? Isn't that the whole point of this?
Disgusting.
I've discussed with myself this entire pick segment with going with Penn State last week. I picked Ohio State one week.
And see how-
I've thrown all my
and
rules
see
out
how
the
that
window.
goes?
And
For
see
you?
how that
Yeah.
worked for you?
It worked. Did
See?
not work well for me.
I even
No.
tried to change the lines for you this week. Jesus.
You really did. All right. Hold on. I got to double check this line because I don't even think there's no way this line is accurate. that
There
you
was a
gave me.
-1 or a +1. I saw
That's
both.
not what
have-
you gave me, though.
I
That's
have,
not what you sent me.
-1/2.
So
I have
I
Canes
saw many
minus a
sites that
half.
had him as a pick.
Okay.
I
All right,
actually
so here we
have
go.
the Canes favored right now.
All right. So here we have number 10, Louisville. At Miami. Miami is giving half a point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm taking Louisville all day long and I'm putting the mortgage on it.
Oh,
That's basically a money line pick right there.
it's a pick 'em essentially. You lose by the hook. I mean, well, you can't lose by the hook. It's a half.
You can't. No.
Score?
Oh, sure. Okay. 35-17. Louisville.
Bro,
I'm going with the exact same score of last week. 27-20. Your Miami Hurricanes.
let's go. What do you think of that, Toast?
What?
What do you think of that pick?
I know all the money is going on Louisville, for sure.
Listen,
For
whatever.
Sure. Vegas
I'm
is
putting
Vegas,
my money on Jack Plummer.
I think Louisville opened as a favorite, though.
They should have been.
I'm pretty sure Louisville opened as a favorite. Ooh, man. I don't think, and this is really kind of messed up. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think I've picked Miami to lose any game.
Yeah, you picked them to beat Florida State. You did.
I did. I don't think
They've
I've picked
lost
them to
4.
lose. Man, I picked them all year last year. I don't think I've picked them to lose.
So you're 6-4 picking them.
You have not. You have yet to pick against Miami.
Oh, but I
you're
played
such a
I played the
homer.
spread. I played the spread though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to keep the streak alive. I'm going to do it. I'm on Rose side. I am. I think Miami comes out. I think the defense plays really well.
Of course they will. They've done that all season long.
I'm going with that again.
Okay.
At some point, I believe they got to find a way to get the offense fixed. Isn't he cute?
You think that's going to happen now?
Isn't he cute?
three
I have no idea.
Three touchdowns, 2 field
What did Rose
goals.
say that nothing in the offense after 4 games ever
Yeah, but I'm
changes?
hoping. I'm hopeful, man. I've seen it. I saw it. If you sucked all year, I could
you see
go with
nothing.
it,
You
but
were
I've
drunk.
seen it. I
No,
was
you were
drunk.
not. You were drunk. You did not see anything. It was
I
a
didn't see anything.
dream. You were asleep.
God,
I picked
hate
us to
you.
go like 5 points over our conference average. It's not like I picked them to score 44. I was like
Fine.
27 and
Fine. You talked me into it. No, you didn't. Fuck you guys. 31-21 Canes.
I part of me would like to see if it's possible with these last 2 games, if the offense is it possible to perform bad enough that you dip under the Gaddis number.
No.
No.
It's
Knock
less
it
than
off.
5 points. It's got to be
Yeah,
possible.
you can't.
You got to like
gotta
do
be
double.
possible.
You got to do double.
You got to score 3
double
the next 2
zeros.
games. Yeah.
Like two threes.
What if he drops below the Gaddis number? Instant firing, right? You got to fire him, right? You got it, right? We're 0-2 then, right? Right?
No,
We're 0-2 then?
No, I don't want to go there.
Okay. You guys
Don't do it again. You did it last
don't
week.
know.
It got you in trouble.
Oh, fuck trouble.
Oh, my goodness. He had to deal with so
Whatever.
much shit, though.
Oh,
Hugh Taylor Swift trouble.
did you see the PDA between her and Tyler? They'll be engaged by like whatever by like May.
She's 5'10". She's tall.
Yeah, she's
I didn't
tall.
realize that. Yeah,
Yeah.
did not know that.
Mm-hmm. They'll be engaged by May and broken up by August.
So,
Yeah,
so
who cares?
my girls are all. So Kenzie has gotten to the age, I'm sure Tally has too, where she is immersed in music. Immersed in it. Can't get enough. Teenage, like you were, like I was, can't get enough of it. Listens to it constantly. Knows every song, every word of every song. I don't even know songs. But she is very much a Swiftie.
Not Tally.
I mean,
Do you
knows
want to know
everything.
what my kids? Do you
and
want
she
to know?
can sing, which is pretty badass.
Do you know what? Do you want to know what my kids listen to more often than not? I give them free reign in my car. What do you want to listen to? 80s music.
There we go.
My son was
yeah.
so proud of himself. He goes, "Dad." I go, "What's up, son?" He goes, "We were at the table and we tried to figure out who knew more 80s songs than anybody, and I won big time. And I was like, that a boy. It's like he knows. His walk-up song. Do you know what his walk-up song is in baseball?
You mentioned it.
Sunglasses at Night.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
It's so amazing. And then my daughter too. She's like, no, put on the 80s music. Okay. I give them a choice. Whatever you want. Nope. Put on 80s music. So they're definitely not Swifties.
Well, the point to the story was they went to the Pink concert tonight. And I told Kenzie, and she's heard plenty of Pink stuff. I said, I'm jealous. I got to be honest. I've seen Pink before. I was like, I'm jealous, though. I want you to understand. I want you to be aware. She's so much better than Taylor. And she was like, oh.
Yeah, she's a better singer.
Oh, my God. Stop.
Yeah, she's a better singer.
She's one of my favorite female vocalists ever.
Before we bust out of here, I just wanted to throw this at you. They came out with the new college football rankings. A lot of folks thought that maybe Washington would jump FSU. They did not. The guy that was interviewed on ESPN from the college football playoff committee had this quote about why FSU stayed at 4. Quote, Florida State, really good offensively, have been really good defensively, Corrigan said. Don't undersell the Miami-Florida State rivalry as well, and that's been going on for years. We thought Florida State was the dominant team in that game. Dominant?
No.
They were losing at the half, and the stat sheet sure as hell doesn't show any dominance. You needed a gimmick to start the second half that didn't pay off for you. I mean, really dominant? Wow.
I don't think it was dominant. I think our defense did its job. I mean, legitimately, the reason why they got their 27 point because they had a special teams big play. Mm-hmm. Coleman got a special teams play. If they don't, we do that. It's like they score 20 points. We held them way below their average, right? At that point, they pulled away late. They just dominated us in the second half. I felt their coaching really they have good coaches over there. Got to give them credit. And I think their game plan in the second half was a lot better than ours. If it wasn't for that, I think it's a different outcome. So right. I don't think they dominated us. I feel like our defense actually dominated them.
Yeah, I would just say if a playoff person is watching that game coming away thinking that FSU dominated, I'm just concerned with what they see in other games as well, but whatever. All right, guys. What are we naming this thing?
Oh, there's already
what is it?
A name.
What is it again?
Chicken Genocide.
Chicken Genocide.
Chicken Genocide.
I actually remember that. I didn't even have it written down.
Impressive.
All right, bring on the guys who are actually more talented than us.
That's right. The OBB. Fuck the AI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we'll close out with it.
Okay.
I asked him to name the offense.
Oh, God.
Welcome to the AI Orange Bowl, boys. Week 12.
Well, we're closing in on the end of the season, and I think we're all a little frustrated with the offense so far.
Don't even get me started this week.
There's Angry Toast. Missed you, pal.
As we stare down number 9, Louisville this weekend, I'm noticing a lot of coaching changes around college football. I want Jimbo Fisher as the new OC.
I thought you weren't going to get me started.
No, we're not doing that. No need to go 0 for 3 on OCs. Instead, we need to come up with a good name for this Miami offense. All the greatest teams have cool nicknames for their offense or defense, like the Legion of Boom or the Steel Curtain. So why not use the power of artificial intelligence to pitch some names for this Miami offense?
How about instead of the Orange Crush, it's the Orange Crash, because it always nosedives into the ground.
How about pick of the week? Because, we throw a lot of picks.
The Cajun Evasion, because we pretty much bail on anything sexy or impactful.
No need TVD.
For obvious reasons.
I've got it. Tight end who? Get it? Instead of tight end you.
Oh, I like that one.
All right, there we go. So let's see what tight end who has in store for number 9 Louisville this weekend. Go Canes.
Let's go.
Bange.
So there
that's going to get
tight end who's pretty awesome.
tight end.
It is the tight end who offense.
Said it, but it was funny. It was like a bunch of us talking at one time, and I couldn't keep up.
Yeah.
No.
balls.
AI Rowe won that one with the tight end who.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah.
But what was that one?
Yeah.
Asian of Cajun? What?
I don't understand
Cajun
what that was.
evasion.
Oh, Cajun evasion.
Okay.
I was like, Asian? What?
It took me a minute on that one.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay.
Asian evasion.
I was
I
like, are
get
we
it.
going to get phone calls for that one? I'm like, okay.
Oh, we didn't even do that.
We can't get in trouble for that.
Call
It'll be
ChatGPT
AI.
if you
not
got a
us.
problem with
Yes.
the computer, man.
Exactly. I like that Angry Toast just
Tight end
randomly
was
pops
good.
up.
He just randomly comes in and gets
Shows up
angry.
when
Just yells.
The fourth voice.
All right. So the home finale, those of you going out there, enjoy yourself. You boys making it out to the game?
I will not. I am out of town celebrating my anniversary.
Oh, happy anniversary.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'll have a house full of family. They all begin arriving Saturday. So yeah, not happening.
Soccer and golf.
Oh, look at that.
Yep. Yeah. Right
Life
in the middle
takes
of the day.
over at the end of the
Hey, 12
season.
o'clock games, man.
Just stop it. Yeah.
You can't. Sorry.
And then remember, the BC game will be on Black Friday. So you'll actually have the Canes and Dolphins the day after Thanksgiving.
There we go.
So definitely make sure, hopefully they're not on at the same time.
I am telling you, my pick for next week is all going to be based around what the temperature is. If it's less than 40 degrees, Boston College in a landslide.
Great. All right.
Now.
Well, yeah.
What are we doing now? Are we doing a show next week?
Apparently we are. Yeah. Well, yeah. Are we? Yeah, we have to.
Okay. I'll be out of town.
It's,
so
it's
we'll
our
figure it
annual Cluck Fest.
Cluck, cluck.
The Gobble Gobble show.
out.
Yeah. Right off the cusp of, Chicken Genocide. So
Yes. We're going to go to the
but
turkeys.
the turkeys are so, we're going to
Where are you
after
going to
the
be,
chickens.
Scoop?
Turkeys are safe this week.
Where are you going to be, Scoop?
Tampa.
You going to bring your rig with you?
I guess I'm going to have to.
That's the right answer.
I'm always in Tampa,
Tampa.
but I don't remember ever doing a show in Tampa.
Mhm.
Yeah, we've seen you.
Yeah, we've done it before.
You go by like on somebody's porch
Yeah.
and you have a phone and you're like,
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, you never bring your rig.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's loud in there. It's kids and people. And
Yeah.
He's not going to bring his rig.
There's a lot of kids over there.
All right.
we'll see how it goes.
There's your answer.
You got to end the show. I was about to say something so bad.
As always, go Canes!
Bang.
Ja.